Bar Stool Sports. Titus, Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports. I am Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Thursday, October 5th. And what do you want to talk about, Brandon? You always bang the table. You always bang the table.
Rob Manfred, the worst commissioner in sports? I think after watching that joke of a first round in Major League Baseball playoffs, a case can be made, right?
First of all, it wasn't it's not called the first round. It's called the Hankook wild card.
I think that's Hankook.
Hankook, the
Yes.
American League wild card brought to you by Hankook. Now, we have moved on to the ALDS and NLDS brought to you by Booking.com. So,
Okay, sure.
Respect.
So we're in the Booking.com phase now, or we start that Saturday?
Yeah. Saturday. So now, of course,
We're in no man's land?
We get, what, 3 days off? 2 days off?
2 days off,
2 days
yeah.
off for a sport that everyone gets used to being played every single day.
Every single day.
Now you get 2 days off to just sit here and get bored by the whole thing.
But at least you got some very exciting close ball games.
This is
in
why
the first round. The playoffs start now, right? They haven't started yet.
They have not started yet.
They start Saturday.
But this is why I said the wild card when it was one game was perfect. And I understand that
I agree.
It's very frustrating if you're a team like the Brewers who won your division and now you have to win one game but they couldn't even win 2 games.
Mark Titus, as
went 0 for
always,
2 at home.
you're so goddamn right. Fucking Mark Titus on the fucking ball.
Should we have a
again.
show where we agree?
Yeah, let's just agree.
I want to do a show where we're not allowed to yell.
We're not allowed to disagree.
We're not allowed to disagree. We're not allowed to raise our voice. Maybe we do a swear jar one day.
I think that's a great idea, Mark. I think that's a terrific idea, and we're definitely going to do it. Listen, Phillies fan.
Yeah.
You're going to pretend to be excited over that little...
I'm very excited after last night. Are you kidding me?
Also,
why wouldn't I be?
Can I just go ahead and I want to give Connor Griffin a shout-out, because today is Jersey Day, if you can tell, and he has...
the last 2 days he's been wearing Philly stuff
Right.
because the Phillies are in the playoffs.
Correct,
and he's
yeah.
really excited
Tomorrow
about
he'll wear a
Philly.
Penn State jersey.
Tomorrow he'll wear another Pennsylvania thing. But for Jersey Day, he got a little crazy. And show the people what you did for Jersey Day.
You really...
There
got
you go.
wild
Philadelphia 76ers.
Hersey Hawkins.
Are you one of those guys that's like, I can't wear a jersey of a team I don't support?
It did feel icky to wear a Jeremy Lin jersey because of the New York Knicks.
Icky? It felt icky.
It felt icky. But no, I just don't have a whole lot of other jerseys right now. I'm still waiting on the shipment from my mother from home.
All right, so
it's caught up in the
new
mail.
deal. For every 1,000 subscribers we get, Dave will buy you a shirt. So
I like
there
that.
we go. There we go.
Got to take care of our guys.
Got to take care of our guys.
You'll get one extra shirt.
We'll get you a shirt.
That works. Thank you.
Should we do a jersey check, by the way?
Yeah, let's do it.
Since
Well, I
you-
think you're strong today. I like
I got the Charlie Conway.
yeah. We're gonna have to litigate. We're gonna have to talk
captain.
about D2, the Mighty Ducks, here in a little bit, because that's just a movie that can be talked about ad nauseum, and we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
And I.
Conway on the back.
Okay. All right. Well, I think yours is strong. I do think if we're having a competition, I have a chance.
It's not a competition. Never has been a competition.
Okay.
It's been a celebration.
If
of
we
Jersey.
were.
But if we were, but it's not. But if we were, go ahead.
I have. It looks like the normal Sooners jersey, just a standard
Yeah,
Sooners jersey.
I walked in, I saw you
Yeah.
from the front, and I said, "That's just a normal Sooners jersey."
That's all that is.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, and then you turned around.
But are normal Sooners jerseys, signed by the best that never was, Marcus Dupree? Are they? Huh? Are they? I'm asking you that.
To my knowledge, no, I've never seen that. When I watch Oklahoma football games, I do not see Marcus Dupree's signature on the back of.
The best that never was. He had a Netflix special.
Did you get that signed yourself, or did you buy that at a sports convention?
So the actual story is a little funnier. This was gifted to me by Alex Bennett and her husband Graham. right right when they started at right when she started at Barstool, and I believe Graham wanted to be my friend, and I wanted to be Graham's friend. It never really popped off like that, but Graham presented me with Alex presented me with this jersey as a gift from Graham. So happier times for all involved. I think. I don't know. I hope everybody's happy, including Marcus Dupree. Wherever you are in this world, I hope you're happy.
All right.
And then we have the. We're not shaming for replica jerseys, are we?
No. I'm just giving Connor.
I'll step it up next week.
I will say this about
next
Connor.
Week will be good.
I will say this about Connor too. In a vast sea of Philly scumbags, he is the shining light that makes me think that.
Stop that.
That Philly fans aren't so bad.
I think he's luring us in. I think
that
there's
what
like
it
a
is?
6-month phase here. If he's getting us in, he's going to throw batteries at us coming one day.
He's like the mermaids on the rocks, the sirens
Correct,
that are
yes.
singing, and I'm
Yes.
like, oh, okay.
Oh,
And then
this is
there's-
nice.
Yeah, and then
Philly
I hit the
fans
rocks.
are actually okay.
I
Yeah.
pride myself on being a reasonable fan.
See.
For all
Connor,
my
you
teams.
said to me that Penn State's going to beat Ohio State before you saw a snap of football from either team. You said that we're.
It was backed up.
You
by
said Joe Pa
heavy
didn't
research.
know. That's what you said.
And then you said you're reasonable?
You said actually what you said, even if Joe Pa knew, we were winning football games. That's
No,
what you said?
I did not say that at all.
I thought I heard him
You
say
said,
that.
I think it was off air. You said worth it, I think.
You said worth it.
Those are the words you used.
Yeah.
Did you or did you not?
Again, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that.
We have the Stephon Diggs checking in over here.
This is the Color Rush.
Yep.
Definitely. They actually didn't sell this in the NFL store, so I had to go. And
Did you steal it?
from the locker room, yes. Mm-hmm. So this is game worn.
Is that what he was wearing? Is that the jersey he was wearing against the Saints? Was that? Were they wearing? No, they weren't because they don't wear color rush in playoffs.
That was a
Never mind.
good call from Buck, right? If I remember right.
It was.
It was like Diggs, sideline, touchdown.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Was that, was
I
that
think
what
that was it.
That was
yeah.
all it was?
Mhm.
I like those calls where you just say 3 words.
It is amazing. Buck's been around forever and had one of the most storied careers. And what's his iconic call? Does he have one?
Randy Moss. It's Randy Moss.
Disgusting?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, honest to God, when I think of Joe Buck calling something,
Yeah.
I think of Randy Moss.
When Randy Moss
Mooning.
just pantomimed pulling
Yes.
his pants down. Didn't pull his pants
Didn't
down.
pull his pants down.
Yeah.
Fake pulls. One of the coolest touchdown celebrations of all
Oh
time.
my fucking God.
Execute this man.
That is fucking disgusting.
Buck's gotten really good at calling ball game though, like a walk-off homer or a field goal
Yeah.
in overtime to win it.
Yeah.
Where he'll say Diggs sideline touchdown, but he's got really good at just like Harper ball game.
Yeah.
And then that'll be it. Like
Well,
on a
he did
walk-off
fall in
homer.
love with "See You Tomorrow Night,"
We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah,
and that was a nod to his father at first, but then he just kept using. "We'll
Yeah,
see you
we'll
tomorrow
see-
night." Yeah.
in a World Series clinching home run.
We'll see you in
Tomorrow night
in 5.5 months.
On Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime. We'll see.
And TJ's jersey. What we got?
The best quarterback in the New York Giants, Tyrod Taylor.
Of course. Does this break your streak of TJ jerseys, or you already
No,
broke?
I wore a Jeter jersey last week.
Okay.
TJ
I gotta
got
do some
the
shopping.
TJ got the Tony Hawk tattoo. That's not technically a Tony Hawk.
TJ's
tattoo,
got
right?
some good tattoos.
What is that? That's the Neversoft.
Yeah, he made the Tony Hawk. Yeah.
Turn the forearm over and let's see what's on the inside there.
Now take off your pants. Let's see the rest of your tattoos.
Is that a PS2?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's you play Tony Hawk?
I didn't.
Why the Travis Kelce there? Why the,
Okay,
Just
because
say-
the PS2 era of sports games, I'm actually going to write a blog about the 12 greatest PS2 era sports games.
I don't think you need to.
I'm going to. I love it so much. And there are some games I just never played. Like, I never played Tony Hawk, but I recognize how iconic it is. And I wish I had played it back then.
I'm going to go ahead and stop you from writing that blog, and I'm going to say if you're going to write a blog about the greatest PS2 sports games and you never played Tony Hawk, you're going to get eviscerated.
I'm going to say, hey, I've never played Tony
Yeah,
Hawk.
but that instantly disqualifies you.
Doesn't
You're like,
disqual-
here are
I
my
don't know if
top,
it's disqualified.
here are my top movies of all time. Just as a disclaimer, never seen any of the Godfathers. I've never seen Shawshank.
I might blog that too. Yeah. Do y'all know that there's a one of the best vintage video game stores I've ever seen, like 4 doors down?
It's good.
Have you seen that thing, TJ?
Oh yeah.
Which by the
It's right under the train track.
yeah,
It's good.
I walked by is it the same? Are there like multiple vintage places? Because I
Yes.
know I know of one.
There's
vintage
another
place
one
that's
a little bit
there's
down.
another
Record
one
Record
that's,
store, a bookstore, and then a video game.
There's a lot of vintage shit.
Yeah.
Around
We're in a
here.
vintage neighborhood. That's why
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the vintage podcaster.
Look how vintage this guy is. You can see how worn. Look at his face.
He's getting worn.
This isn't a replica. This man is
Straight from 1979. Dinner tonight?
Yeah, we're going to dinner. I'm taking the boys out.
A little din-din.
Yeah,
for 20,000. Yeah.
We had a late addition to the group, Cody, who works on the Mark Titus show.
I still don't believe Cody works on this show.
I don't
think
either.
he's lying to you.
I don't either. Cody works on my other show, my far more successful show that will at various times get promotion from this company.
I wish I had another one like that.
It's a great feeling, I gotta say. Cody, I was giving him gruff on the show yesterday because on
Gruff or guff?
I feel like both. I feel like gruff. You can give gruff. You know who
you
I'm thinking
can
of?
be gruff while giving guff.
I think you can give gruff.
All right.
Listen.
I mean, you can't take it back. If you gave him gruff, you gave him gruff.
I've given him a lot of gruff in my day. So are you gonna cancel me?
No,
are you
we're
gonna
not.
cancel me for giving gruff?
I'm not gonna. If you've given gruff, let it hang out.
I'm gonna
there.
tell you this. Growing up in the '90s in Indiana, we gave gruff. Okay, it was a
all
different
right,
time.
all
You
right.
had to be there.
There
If
was so
that's-
much gruff in Indiana.
If
in
you're
the
gonna
90s.
cancel me for that,
you
go
couldn't.
ahead.
Even, you can't even imagine how much gruff you would have gotten.
You
in
give
Indiana.
guff? You give guff?
I think you give guff. Guff.
Guff?
Yeah, you give guff.
Guff sounds like a euphemism to me.
No, that's
Like
muff.
I know, but you're like, I gave her the guff in her muff. That's what,
It got gruff out
you're
there.
like, dude, I went out there. How'd it go last night? And you're like, I gave her some guff. that's where my mind goes. But my mind kind of goes, like, really any word that I don't know, I think it's a euphemism, you know? I think any word that I don't fully understand. Anyway, Cody was on the Yak, or he wasn't on the Yak. KB on the Yak yesterday was telling me that he went and played trivia with Cody.
Yeah.
Which I told Cody when he started this company, do not talk to fucking anybody but me. Like, do not talk to. You're not authorized to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
He went behind my back, has made friends with KB. He's inviting him out to trivia. Did not invite me, so I called him out on the show. Long story short, somewhere along the line, he played the Uno reverse card on me and was like, "Yeah, well, you're taking the boys of Mostly Sports out. You realize I do all the clips for that show, and I work on that show full time." And I was like, "No, I don't think I did."
Is
I don't
that
think
true?
I did
Because I
realize
thought
that.
you did some clips.
So
Did you farm your clips out to him?
no.
Right.
I handle for the most part the clips like right after the episode. He does the vast majority, like 90 to 95%.
Okay, so
You
everything
know what?
coming out tonight will be done by him.
And you know what?
Yes.
You know what really got me was he pointed out that one of the clips he did was me talking about taking all the boys to dinner.
So
and
now
how I made a reservation for 5, and he's clipping this out.
So now he's in the dinner.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, well, if you're on the show, it's a team dinner. I'm taking all the
Okay.
boys to dinner, so
All
we're
right.
all going to dinner.
Have
So
you
it's a
let the
table of 6.
Applebee's know?
Yeah, Applebee's up your way. We made sure it's convenient for you, so it's the
We're
the
gonna eat good in the
Kenosha
neighborhood.
the Kenosha Applebee's. We'll be rolling.
I think there's 2 of them.
I brought my coupon for mozzarella sticks. It's gonna be it'll be fun. So we'll I don't know. I imagine we'll get. Are we gonna get content out of this tonight? We're going to really fucking. I'm not gonna say what restaurant it is, but because I know how.
Are we going halvesies?
Do you want to?
We can. I'll help you out. We'll go halvesies. Fuck.
We can go halvesies.
I wish I hadn't said that.
I just went up 3 steaks. On
Yeah. Have you looked at the menu and the?
I have.
Okay. All
It's-
right. We'll go halvesies. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty rough out there.
it's yeah. If any of these other dudes talk shit about us after this, I feel like we've bought their loyalty. This is
Dude, we let TJ play video games for 11 hours.
Yeah.
And now we're
Right.
buying him a
we're
mid-grade
buying
beef.
dinner. So that's it. Yeah, we're going to dinner. We'll have some fun with that. Yeah, the MLB playoffs been a stinker so far.
They start Saturday.
They start Saturday. I understand why you expand the playoffs. It gets more fan bases involved in the playoffs, but I actually think it backfires because like there's no way like Blue Jays fans are more likely to watch the rest of the playoffs because their team snuck in to the playoffs. You know what I mean? And then lose the first 2 games. And
Yeah.
so I don't.
I mean, Brewers fans are way more depressed today than they would have been if they had just not made the playoff. Even though they won a division, so they're not really a good example. But Blue Jays are the good example. They're way more depressed today than they would have been if they just hadn't made the playoffs, right? They're way more sad about the state
Right.
of their team than they would have.
As a Cubs fan, we shit down our leg to end the season, and in the end, I would have woke up today feeling the exact same as I do now, which is like, okay, we're out. We're not in it.
I
We
do like
suck.
the fact that Blue Jays. I wish they were still in it because I do like a team made up almost entirely of sons of guys I used to watch.
Yeah.
that is a
That's
great
a great
idea.
idea. Great, very
Fantastic.
smart.
I wish somebody would just do that the whole roster.
How many guys do they have? Who are the
Well,
guys?
they have Biggio, They have Guerrero and they have Bichette, right?
Yeah.
That's 3 right in the heart of their lineup.
Yeah.
And
is,
then
is Biggio still? Is he on the major league club? Evo?
Yeah, he was in the lineup yesterday.
yeah, TJ.
Didn't he go down a couple times?
Hey,
Yeah,
Matt,
he
why don't you
he
watch a
struggled off the
fucking
rip
game
this
one
year,
time?
but,
The Yankees were bad. I didn't watch any baseball this year.
Okay, makes sense. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I saw that Vlad Jr. said the Blue Jays will be back.
Well, they probably
be back.
will. But here's the
So don't worry, Blue Jays fans. They'll be back.
they have a young core, right?
Yeah, that always works out. Anytime you have a young core and you have a little disappointing postseason, all you have to do is say we'll be back. And then 100% of the time, that young core does go on.
How many
to-
titles did James Harden and Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook win together? Like
They
5?
won
4?
four.
0.
Zero. It was zero.
Zero.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah.
That was zero. We were
And
thinking
they were
somewhere else.
immediately broken up and
Right,
shipped
right,
out,
right,
and,
right.
and now they're just all. How many more young cores have not won shit? Shaq and Penny never won shit.
Yeah, Shaq and Penny never won shit. They almost did. They got to the 95 finals, right?
Yeah, lost to the
94.
Rockets. 95.
94 and 95.
94 was Knicks. 95.
94 was
Magic.
yeah. Then 95. Jordan,
95 game-
95 was Jordan came back. and then-
95 game 1, the Magic might have won the series, but Nick Anderson broke 4 free throws down the stretch, 4
Right.
straight free throws, and they ended up losing that game, and they never looked back. They either
95.
got swept or lost in 5. They might have got swept.
Yeah, because MJ came back and got owned by the Magic. and
Penny
then-
stole the ball from him.
Yeah, and then somehow in the MJ legacy talk, like that one didn't count because
No,
he wasn't
Michael Jordan has a
full-
legacy that people don't talk about his negatives. They only
Ever,
talk about
yeah.
LeBron's negatives, everybody else's negatives.
Speaking of LeBron's negatives, what the fuck was that? Groveling is that right? Groveling?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Is that the word? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I don't know if that's the word
You're
you're
the-
looking
you're
for.
Mr.
I think
Dictionary
you're
over
looking
there.
at gobbling.
Goveling.
Gobbling. That's what you're thinking of.
Groveling at the feet of the Kelsey brothers, asking to come on the podcast. Defend your boy. Do you have the tweet? TJ?
I don't know
Can you
that I
pull
saw.
up?
I don't think that I didn't see this tweet, so I really can't comment on it. If so, sorry. I
The
would
ego
comment
trip
on it.
that
What?
this man.
What
is
kind
going
of? What do
on.
you mean ego trip?
Look what he said when TJ pulls this up, which is coming any second now. It's gonna happen in 5. I'll count them down.
Yeah, 5.
4,
Oh, there we go.
3.
Crazy. I can't.
Out
get
of nowhere. This wasn't a response to anything. He just out of nowhere at a time when the Kelsey brothers have never been hotter. LeBron James just comes out of nowhere. Crazy, I can't get an invite to join y'all. Fantastic show. Is it because you guys are truly the kings of Northeast Ohio and I claim to be? Be honest with 4 emojis. Seriously, you guys are awesome.
All right, I'm going to want to put a pin in the emoji talk for a second. We're going to come back. I need y'all to explain the emojis to me. I don't see what the issue is. Crazy, I can't get an invite. He's complimenting
He's trying
him
to
is what
book
he's
himself-
doing.
he's trying to book himself
you're
on a
reading
show.
Too many words. You're reading too many words. Y'all's fantastic show. He's got compliment 1. Is it because you guys are truly the kings of Northeast Ohio? Compliment 2. Seriously, you guys are awesome. Compliment 3. This is all nice stuff, and why are you acting like it's not?
The Dick Heating is
Yeah.
crazy, little bro.
The
dude.
glazing
Yeah.
is
The glazing is insane, little bro. I just he's telling them how awesome they are. Now, you two young guys,
Yeah.
what even is that first emoji?
That is.
Well, my tummy hurts.
Mark,
I'm a young guy.
okay, go ahead.
I think that
Is
is
that Raleigh fingers?
when you nut, but she's still sucking. I think that's what that is.
You think every you think every emoji is when
When you
you
nut, but she's still sucking.
What is that?
I don't really understand.
Like
it
he's
either.
faking to be butthurt about not being invited on.
Oh, that's a fake sad face? Not a real sad face?
Just in the, I don't know.
That's
never
he's
seen
farting.
that.
I
I've never
think?
seen it used before.
I think he's farting.
All right, and the other 3 are just clean laughing emojis, right? Just straight.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is? Does every emoji have a name? I wouldn't
This is
mind just looking
woozy
at all
face.
the.
Yeah,
Huh?
you can't
Woozy
search them.
face.
So here's my question: could LeBron not have just tweeted at the show, "Congrats on all your success. You guys are killing it. Love the show."
I'm
and
gonna
leave it
throw
at
a-
that,
I'm gonna
or does
throw
he
a-
have to say, "As a fellow king of Northeast Ohio"?
I'll throw a third idea.
What?
What if? I think most athletes are connected. LeBron asks his agent, "Hey, get me Travis Kelce's number," and he texts him, "Hey, you guys are doing great." Is that
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah, that seems.
And then the
Is that
Kelsey's
possible?
text back, "We should have you on the show. You should tweet at us to build hype for it." And now we're all
Oh, you
getting
think
worked
that's what?
into a
You
shoot.
think that's what happened?
I think that we just
Okay.
put it together.
Well, I mean, LeBron is going to now come on the show, but like, how does that?
He also says, "You guys are the kings of Northeast Ohio, and I claim to be." Like that's very self-deprecating. What a guy! What a fucking guy! We've gone too long. I I don't want to get too silly too early, but TJ, can I see Mr. Ed playing baseball?
What?
Can I just like to see Mr. Ed playing baseball.
Where did this come from?
Well, we were talking about baseball, and we were trying to throw ideas around this morning of what we'll talk about. And naturally, my first topic of conversation was who would have been a better Major League hitter, prime Mike Tyson or Secretariat? At which point, you were like, horse playing baseball? Couldn't happen. Or you said that, Ebo. And I was like, ha, ha, ha. Yes, the fuck it can, because it already has some 50 years ago. Mr. Ed playing baseball. We can't do volume because of the YouTube? Oh. Watch Mr. Ed. This motherfucker can play. That's Sandy Koufax, one of the best pitchers in the history of the game.
What's all this clowning around here, John? You know we got a big game tonight.
Ignore my horse. He's just a show-off.
It was the horse's idea, Leo. We look around, and there he is with a bat in his mouth.
Good acting.
Make a great publicity shot, Leo. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Say, is it okay if Sandy tosses one to him nice and easy?
Ed wants to make a fool of himself. It's okay with me.
All right. Sandy, nice and easy.
See, what they think's going to happen is he's not going to be able to do it.
It's a horse. He can't
It's
hit
a horse. He
baseball.
can't hit it.
Just throw it nice and easy,
Right.
Sandy.
They think he can't hit it.
Just throw it nice and
he,
easy.
Look at him. Look at him. He's getting ready. Okay. The guys in the outfield are not paying attention, by the way. Oh!
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, shit.
Fuck! Look! That's not even the same stadium,
Oh,
I don't
shit.
think.
That guy's a... Yeah. Hold on.
I don't believe it.
Fuck, look at him run. Look at him go. All right. All right. Now watch the slide, Mark. Watch the slide.
What? What?
What a slide!
Did they shoot this horse in the head after they filmed this?
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
The horse like breaks
Damn.
2 ankles and
Fucking Mr. Ed.
what a misplay by the left fielder. By
Yeah,
the
it
way.
wasn't
Holy
played
shit,
well,
the
but
guy-
you talk about a 5-tool player. Look at the slide. What even is that? You can see the stick holding it up. Oh man.
This couldn't happen today because they would review it and see that Ed had his back hooves
Right.
out of the batter's box. That's an automatic out. Mid contact.
Analytics would not like Mr.
Analytics would not. Yeah.
like him.
What year was that from?
I'm gonna say mid-60s.
It feels like
65.
1914, honestly.
Yeah.
It feels like 200 years
yeah.
ago. Yeah.
How many people you think were killed or injured on that shoot by that horse?
I'm saying the 2 dozen.
Yeah.
Did he miss first base too? I felt like he missed first.
I thought he
base.
went back and got it. It was like
went
Mark
back and
McGuire
got it.
and
Mark McGuire.
touch first, Mark.
1963, that episode came out.
1963.
Do you hate Mark McGuire too for taking steroids like you hate Barry Bonds?
I don't hate Barry Bonds. I've never hated Barry Bonds. I hate what Mark
Okay,
McGuire
here we
said.
go. Definition of Merriam-Webster says hate is defined as.
I hate what Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, and Barry Bonds and company did to
And
the
LeBron
record book.
James.
Did to the record
LeBron
book.
James?
LeBron James is not on steroids. LeBron James has looked like that since he was 18 years old.
Okay, challenge flag on that one.
Well, he's balding now.
Challenge flag.
Do
on
you
that
look
one.
exactly like you looked at 18? No.
You just said he looked the exact same as he
He
did
does.
when he was 18.
Did you? I don't know. It's just guff.
We're just guffing.
Is this the number one guff show on the? It might be a number one guff show. I don't know. I get guff a lot of places though.
There's a. I'm trying to find the.
Are you trying to beat Mr. Ed playing
No,
baseball?
I'm
'Cause I don't
trying to.
think
I'm
you're
trying
gonna
to
be
find
able
the. I'm trying to find the before and after of LeBron, where his just like his entire body just exploded and became. LeBron came out not too long ago and was like, "I spend $1 million a year on my body." You think you think
Maybe he got breast implants. You don't know.
you think he's paying people to teach him how to touch his toes?
Maybe he
And
got
he's
a
just
nose
doing-
job.
He's
Maybe
just doing yoga classes.
Maybe he got his dick extended or lessened. I don't know.
He's going to. You think $1 million a year is spent on Barry's boot camp, and he's going. To,
Could be. Barry does a good
He's
job.
like, I got a Peloton membership. That's what my $1 million a year is
that
going
Peloton
towards.
girl is fun to watch.
No, he has the
What's
the,
her name?
The wall thing, like he has
The
that
tonal?
wall screen. Yeah, that's what he uses.
Yeah.
He doesn't he sell that?
Yeah, no, that's why I said he uses it because he sells it.
To be clear, I don't have a problem with LeBron doing anything. LeBron's awesome, and I love watching him play basketball. It's just you're a hypocrite, is all. That's all I'm saying. Is if you're gonna shit on Barry Bonds, you gotta.
I don't think steroids give you the advantage in basketball they give you in baseball.
All right.
Quick twitch fibers, quick things, muscle.
Well, I mean,
muscles.
the steroids that you think of, which are just like pure testosterone muscle building.
Arnold
like-
Schwarzenegger steroids, yes.
Yeah, like there are other ways to give yourself an advantage than just injecting whatever the hell. You
I'll
should
tell
do
you who
steroids.
hasn't
You
done-
should do steroids.
I'd
as
love-
a,
I'd
just
love to
as
do
like
steroids.
a as a. That was the what movie was that? It was that Icarus, the Netflix one where you wouldn't know. You don't watch anything but wrestling. The Netflix, yeah, it was I think it was Icarus, where the guy was doping to try to win bike races, so he. Could
I don't think
report-
anybody's seen Icarus, to be fair.
I
don't-
think-
I don't think anybody's seen Icarus.
You are
hand up in here if you've seen Icarus.
I have not, but I just looked it up. That's
And
right.
it's like what? Go ahead and break down the stats of Icarus.
No, I
like how
don't-
many awards did it win?
I don't
like, did it-
doubt
I
that-
think it was like nominated for an Oscar.
I don't doubt that it exists.
I think it was literally nominated for an
Oscar-winning film,
Oscar-winning film.
What did it win?
Oscar-winning film.
Let me look it up.
Brandon's like, don't throw
no.
obscure references at me.
There are some obscure
What a
Oscar
fucking
winners.
Oscar.
There are
Be-
some obscure
Best
Oscar
documentary feature.
The best documentary of the entire year at the Oscars, and you're trying to
Some years there aren't even 2 documentaries.
you're trying to play me like that's a crazy
I'm
reference.
trying to play you.
Trying to play me? You're trying to give me the guff? Keep your guff over there, dude. But no, the Icarus documentary is it opens up. Spoiler alert! If no one's seen it and you want to watch it, he opens up by the premise is like I'm gonna do steroids and win a bunch of bicycle races. Then halfway through him getting the steroids, he uncovers the Russian doping mechanisms at play, and like all the Russians are doping for the Olympics. And then it does a hard pivot away from here's what happens when you do steroids and enter bike races to I'm going to take down the Russians.
So,
And it's a great documentary, but I found myself at the end being like, go back to the original print. I want to see what happens.
yeah, I
And
want you
think
to take
that's
steroids.
I think that's where you step in. I think you take steroids, and
Wow, fuck, give me some steroids, man.
and we try to have you strike out a horse.
My problem
Let me see
with
if it works.
steroids and all drugs my entire life has been ease of access. If I could just go buy some very easily, I probably would
I
have
would
taken
probably take
everything.
'em, yeah.
But you got to make something very easy for me to purchase to get me.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good
Drugs
point.
need to be easier to come by.
If drugs were where the rag mags are when you're checking out at the grocery store,
Right,
I would
correct.
definitely just grab a couple and throw them in.
Right. If you could, if there were like Twix, Snickers, drugs, I would pick up the drugs a lot. But you can't. You can't just buy drugs like that, and that's a shame.
Do you think Sandy Koufax threw at Mr. Ed after he had an inside the park homer? On
He
him?
was told.
Do you think the next time up, Sandy Koufax was like, "Fuck this horse"?
I don't think he threw at Mr. Ed. I think he's a competitor and was fine with it. But I do think he has words with his manager afterwards saying, hey, don't ever tell me to take it easy on a horse again.
Yeah.
All right? You
Yeah.
see what happened out there? You piece of shit, Leo DeRocher? That might not have been Leo DeRocher, but it
Should
might
we?
have been.
By the way, how's our bracket doing? We filled out the bracket for.
We're no longer perfect, I believe.
What?
Yeah.
This is what happens when I do a joint thing with Brandon. My
Wait,
picks.
what?
My picks are probably my choices are perfect. Literally.
Fuck,
Literally.
you're
9-0. We go with joint choices on this bracket, and we didn't get them all right. So which ones did we get right?
We missed Rays. We had Rays moving on. We got the Twins.
Good.
I picked the Twins.
We got the Phillies.
Yeah.
I
And we
picked the Phillies.
And we also missed the Brewers. We
Brandon
picked the
Brandon picked the Brewers
Brewers. Diamondbacks
and the
Okay,
Rays.
well, listen. Compromise. Not even compromise, but we're both in agreement the playoffs start Saturday, right?
Should we
I think we should do a bracket
Should we
now.
repick?
just
Or rechoose, sorry.
rechoose the
Yeah.
bracket?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not locked in yet, is it?
Yeah, we might as well because I don't think the wild card. I don't think the Hancook wild card. I don't even recognize that in my house. Mm-hmm. That's not even a thing. If you hang a banner for winning that,
Yeah. I started
fraud of a
the
franchise.
I started the
the
Booking.com,
Booking.com,
AL and
yeah.
NLDS.
All right, so let's do it. Let's redo the bracket.
Not
the
redo. Let's just go ahead and do the bracket.
Yeah, the first one didn't count.
Yeah, first one was just
that was
a dry
preseason.
run.
That was preseason
Pre-post,
bracketing.
pre-post.
Pre-postseason bracketing. This is the real bracket.
Again, Manfred probably the worst commissioner of baseball.
So we'll start top left. We got Twins, Astros.
So that means the Twins are the 3 seed, the Astros are the 2 seed. So I'm
Let's say it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, Astros.
I'm gonna go Astros. Yeah, Astros. Yeah.
I think the Astros.
So-
Well, they got the pedigree. Like they always win.
Yeah.
In October. So
Well, they just
I like-
won last year.
Yeah, I like the Astros.
Orioles and Rangers. Can I
think-
go out on a limb on this one and see if you'll back me up?
Well, I was gonna say Orioles. If that's where you're going.
I was going Orioles too.
All right.
Okay, we'll go Orioles and Astros.
Okay,
You
I
want
like
fancy
because I
Ameri-
just think the Orioles are the best team in the American League. And I think that's gonna prove itself in the Booking.com ALDS. Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Dodgers. So they're in the same division. The Dodgers
Yeah.
are, to me, are just one of the great franchises. They've only won the one title, I know,
Yeah.
in this recent run, but they're very good. And I don't think the Dodgers are going to win the World Series, but I do think they'll beat the Diamondbacks. What say you?
Yeah, I hate to be a broken record, but I'm right there with you. I think.
Dude, we're agreeing so much.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, and I'm going to go out on a limb myself and just see if you'll come with me. I got Braves kind of beating the Phillies too. I think the Braves. If you look at the Braves in the National League, they've been the best in the National League.
Yeah.
So I would go with the Braves right there.
I got Braves over Phillies as well. Then we got Astros, Orioles,
and Dodgers, Braves.
I think the Astros run has to end at some point for me.
Yeah. And the thing about it is the Orioles have been so good that they're going to be so good.
They're a young core. They'll be back.
Yeah.
They'll be back. They'll definitely be
now.
back.
They're going to be back now
Yeah.
because they're going to win this one.
Oh, yeah, yes. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. They're going to be back now.
So
They're going to lose one of the games against the Astros.
Right.
They're gonna go up 2-1.
they're gonna be back.
And then they'll lose game 3, and then they'll say, we'll be back. We're a young core. And then they'll
Tuesday.
Tuesday. See you tomorrow.
So we got Orioles.
I got Orioles. I got Braves. Because I think the Braves are just incredible, and they're in a position to just do some serious damage, both in these playoffs and every playoffs moving forward. So I got Braves over Orioles in the World Series.
Yeah, I think the Braves too.
All right. All right, so put those picks out. Put those
Yeah.
choices out. I mean, I'm sorry, we don't do picks on the show. Put
Yeah.
those choices out.
And that's all, of course, in the postseason picture.
That's brought by Adobe.
Up Adobe.
The whole
Graphics
postseason.
sponsored.
The Capital One World Series, of course, will be Braves over Orioles.
Fucking get MLB.
The postseason picture.
Can we
brought
get
to you
fucking
by-
Major League Baseball salespeople here so I could still talk wrestling? Pieces of shit. What? Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, I do wonder why this company doesn't promote us more. Brandon calling every employee that is not in this room right now a piece of shit.
No,
Just
not
constantly.
every employee. Spider's great. And my sister works here as well. Let's see. Where are we at?
Talk to me about cars.com.
I
Brandon.
sure will, Mark. I'll tell you about cars.com. What you drive says so much about who you are. Do you agree with that?
I do, yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to be in life, you can find that possibility on cars.com. Cars.com is a leading digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car, celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Wherever life takes you next, whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that on cars.com. They've got up to 50,000 cars added daily to cars.com. You can shop over 2 million cars for 2 million possibilities. Find your next possibility on cars.com. Where to next?
What do we decide for Connor? We were talking off air. We threw out a couple choices. What do we land on?
I think my favorite was Mr. Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld, yeah.
I think
This is gonna be terrible.
I think I would like
Can
you
we get a taste of the Seinfeld theme or no?
to read this ad in the style of Jerry Seinfeld, almost being befuddled by cars.com, the idea of it.
I don't do impressions, but yeah.
You don't have to do impressions, but you just
TJ, you do a good Seinfeld, don't
Yeah.
you?
I guess.
Give me something to go
But just
off
not
of.
even a good one. Like we're not trying to.
What's the deal with cars.com?
Yeah, like that. I'll try.
There
to
you go.
do
That's a taste.
that.
Brandon, do the theme for him.
I don't. Bounce after down. I think that was Price is Right.
70s porno is what you're gonna turn it to. There we go.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Dun, 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 dun.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever heard of Cars.com? It's a leading digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car. Celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Wherever life takes you next. And whoever you're doing.
When did he become? What was that?
That's a bad Seinfeld, but that's okay. That's
I
the
can't do
point.
Seinfeld.
That's the point.
What's the
That's what
deal
makes
with
it-
cars.com?
What's the deal?
How many cars do you need?
2 million possibilities. That's
Yeah.
a lot of possibilities.
I got nothing. I
right,
can't do
all
it.
right,
All right,
that's
all
okay.
right, okay.
I started doing the Italian hand.
Yeah, you got very Italian there in the middle.
That's the
I don't know.
that's the joy of it, though. Is you just
You
put them on
somehow
the spot.
got Italian
you-
and Jewish at the same time. College football. Can you allow me a soapbox for a second?
Yeah, you like college football, don't you?
I love college football.
Yeah,
Big
college
college
football
football
guy.
guy. I'm a big college sports guy. I love college basketball, college football, women's.
Okay.
Yeah. So this weekend is a big prove it weekend for a lot of teams. Like you got a lot of teams that have a chance to beat big guys. Like Maryland, for example, they're 5-0. They're unranked. They get a chance against Ohio State to prove.
Step in the ring. Let's see what you got.
Kentucky gets to prove it against Georgia. Missouri gets to prove it against LSU. A&M gets to prove it against Alabama. But one of the big ones, or the biggest game, is Oklahoma, Texas. Oklahoma's 5-0. I think they're ranked number 12. I think they're way overrated. I think they're kind of phony. But to me, the story of this game is Texas. The more I look at their body of work, the more I look at their schedule, the more I look at what they've accomplished, I think they're the best team in the country.
Really?
And I think they're the best team in the country by maybe a significant margin.
Okay.
I think Georgia has fallen back a little bit.
Where did this come from? Because
well,
I think it was 24 hours ago. You're like the fun part about college football this year is that there are 12 teams that are all as good as each other. And
no, I said it's wide open. It is wide open. It's wide open.
How is it wide open if there's one team that's significantly better than everyone else in your eyes?
Because
how can it both be wide open?
Somebody could beat that team in a one-game scenario. Seems like a very easy concept. I don't know. I think Texas is very, 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 very good, and the fact that they're
how many varies you giving other teams? Very, 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 very good. That was 5 varies.
Give me a team.
Georgia, how many varies?
2 varies.
2 out of 5.
2 out of 5. Yeah.
Michigan, how many varies?
I think they're at 3 varies.
Very, very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared to ask you about the Buckeyes.
I got them at 4 varies. They earned a vary at South Bend.
Okay, I think we should put out this.
They earned. They
put out these rankings. This is the graphic that that would get engagement.
USC, because their defense has lost a couple varies this year.
They've lost a little.
Yeah, they're very good.
They're just very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think this is a fantastic. Yeah.
Wait, so who's just good?
Everybody from like 15 to 30.
Okay.
And then I think from 15 to 10, those teams are really good.
Really?
Those are really good. Those teams are really good.
Okay.
And from 10 to 5, those teams are very good. And then you start really. Texas is very, 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 very good.
All right.
I think it makes sense.
Makes total sense to me.
The very rankings.
Yeah, so you're saying Texas is going to beat the shit out of Oklahoma?
I believe that they are.
At that point,
I don't want to.
Everyone will agree with you. Do you think at any point this year we will have a unanimous number 1 team in college football? Because that's been consistently every week is there's like 3 teams or 4 teams getting first place votes.
And I'll tell you why. Because I don't think Georgia's schedule's so easy they might not lose a game. They probably won't lose a game.
Yeah.
They could, but they probably won't lose a game. Therefore, all the people that say I'm voting Georgia number 1 until they get beat because they won the last 2, they're going to stay with it, even if they don't look like the number 1 team.
Even if they get taken to overtime by Georgia Tech.
Correct.
And it's like, holy shit, this team is
There's
not
going to be
good.
some holdouts that say, no, they're number 1 until they get beat. Even if Texas goes 12-0 and destroys everybody, it still wouldn't be unanimous.
Yeah.
And there's so many, there's good teams in every region of the country, and there's voters in every region of the country. So it's going to be hard for a Texas voter to win a Michigan or a Texas team to win over Michigan if they're both undefeated, stuff like that.
What's the slate look like?
It's pretty good.
Good slate. We got a good slate.
We got Oklahoma, Texas. Again, there's a lot of those games where it's established power against somebody who's trying to rise, like Missouri, who's 5-0 against LSU. You got Washington State and UCLA, which isn't bad. You have Notre Dame and Louisville. Louisville is 5-0. I think they're a little fake too. It's a lot of those games.
Yeah.
A lot of those, hey, it's time to prove it now.
Yeah. Bama at A&M is
I think A&M's going to beat Bama.
That's a juicy game.
Yeah, I think A&M. And A&M always plays them. You were there 2 years ago when they beat them?
Yeah. I hurt my knee storming the field.
Really?
Yeah. I think I tore my meniscus storming.
Did you get that checked out?
Yeah, I did. And yeah.
Can you point to me where your meniscus is right now?
It's in your knee. Yeah, it's in your knee.
No, exactly where in the knee is the meniscus?
It's in your knee.
Is that a meniscus?
I think so, yeah.
What about that?
They can't both be menisci, can they?
I think they could be. How many menisci you got?
How many menisci do you have?
I think you got 1 meniscus. Well, actually, you got 2. You got 2.
I think how many per knee?
1, right?
I think you have 1.
You have 2.
2 per knee, inside, outside. The medial and the lateral.
Oh, yeah, the medial and the lateral. Yeah.
This is the hardest one to fuck up, the PCL.
PCL.
Generally only happens in car accidents and football tackling injuries.
You gotta
Brandon, go fuck up your PCL and report back.
When you look at these things, right?
Tell us how hard it is.
You look at all these things. the meniscus fucking up somebody's seasons is kind of bullshit because it doesn't look like it does that much work.
Your bones start rubbing together.
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
And the ACL is the big one. That's the one that gets
It's
popped the
rotational.
most.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. TJ, did you go? Are you an orthopedic surgeon?
Yeah.
No.
What are you doing right now?
They're like,
My
TJ.
brain is filled with only information about stuff that means nothing to me, and I have no application for.
All right, so now the LCL seems like it does pretty good. It doesn't break as much as the others.
Yeah, you never hear about that guy.
The LCL.
That's on the inside of your knee, I think, right?
Yeah.
And the MCL is on the outside.
MCL is a great cafeteria, by the way, dude. Great.
What are you talking about?
MCL cafeteria, right?
Never heard of that. What's
Really?
that? Is that a real thing?
Nothing. I don't know.
What am I?
I'm not giving you gruff. I would listen. You tell me there's a good cafeteria, I'll go to the cafeteria.
It's a chain in Indianapolis.
Oh, it's just an Indianapolis thing.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, I didn't realize it was just an Indianapolis thing.
Never mind.
I'd like to.
MCL.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. I just based on this.
I didn't know it was just an Indy thing. I thought.
I couldn't be more in.
Dude, we used to. There's one in Speedway, Indiana, and I used to go to it on Carb Day every year. I get fucking smoked at Carb Day, and then I'd walk back to I'd always park by MCL, and then I'd walk back to MCL and just house, basically that picture right there until I sobered up and so I could drive back home.
I swear to God, you think I'm fucking kidding, but if you said when the show ends at 10:30, you
want
said
to go to MCL?
You said let's go.
Dude, there's probably one close to
I'll
here.
get in the
We're
car
not
and
that
we'll
far
go is
from
what I'm saying.
Indianapolis.
It is
Yeah.
99-cent pie Thursday.
Dude, 99-cent pie Thursday is.
This is.
I'm
I've been
in,
wanting to do
yeah.
this. I've been wanting to look at random menus for a while now.
My best friend's dad used to go to MCL wearing gun holsters. This
Let
is
me-
a true story.
stop
This is a
on
true
Thursday.
story. This is a true story. My best friend's dad used to go to MCL wearing stolen valor story. He used to go wearing a gun holster because they gave discounts to cops, and they would they assumed he was a cop.
Yeah.
And he would always go in and he'd reach for his wallet and he would I don't even think he would have a gun. He would just
the holster.
throw back his jacket to expose the
Oh,
holster.
sorry, the
Yeah.
holster's still there. My bad.
And then one out of every 4 times they'd give him a discount. They give him the cop discount.
So we had Morrison's cafeteria, which is the same thing. Do you go through a line here at all? or-
Yeah, you get your tray.
Yeah,
and you go
yeah,
through
yeah.
your
We have the
line.
same thing. It's
And then
just
there's
called
the
Morrison's.
lady with the sad. It's like the lunch. It's like
Yeah.
being back in high school.
Why
And
is it so good?
And then somewhere along the line, someone steps out and is like, now you know you're only allowed 3 sides, and that 4th side's gonna cost you a little extra.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
well.
bitch, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something.
Bitch, I want those green beans. Shut up.
I would always get the fried shrimp, the macaroni and cheese, which always had the good layer of yellow on top.
Film, yeah. a little
Yeah,
filmy,
and
yeah.
then I get a good piece of garlic bread. I can't remember what fried okra down south, but I doubt y'all did that. there.
Dude, is this the next? Should I cancel the reservations tonight and we should go to MCL?
It's
this
3.5
I would be
hours
for
away.
it.
The closest MCL is
3.5
hours
hours away. I think is if that's the.
I didn't
one,
realize
then
it was
yeah,
an
3.5
indie thing.
hours.
It was so ubiquitous to me growing up in Indy. I was just assumed that they were everywhere.
I thought you didn't grow up in Indy. I thought you grew up 2 hours outside of Indy.
It depends on who I'm around. It depends, I lie about everything. You know?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is right. This is just.
If I'm around white people, I say I grew up in the in the ghettos of downtown Indianapolis, and when I'm around my black friends, I'm like, yeah, I grew up in the country, dude.
Yeah.
because it makes me stand out.
Yeah.
I just pick and
anything
choose.
to make you appear
Yeah.
likable. I'm surprised this MCL wasn't on Parks and Recreation. It seems like somewhere they would go. That
Yeah.
group.
Did not watch that show.
I don't.
We should figure out one thing.
watched
We
it.
should figure out one thing that all of us have watched. That should be an objective.
Okay. I'll start. Cosby Show.
No.
No.
What else? With Texas, you think Texas #1? I wrote that down.
Did we all watch
talked
The
about
Office?
that.
I did not watch that.
You didn't watch The Office?
Yeah, it came up the other day. I'll get on it.
All right.
I'll do some film tape. Some review.
You tell us what you've watched.
Shows?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite television show ever?
Favorite television show of all time is Game of Thrones.
You watched that, right, Brandon?
No, I didn't watch that.
Damn.
Okay. Second favorite.
You know what? We should do this over dinner. We
Yeah.
could do this over dinner. This
This would be
is
a good game.
I think
this
the
is a
way it's
team
going,
bonding.
this might bleed into
This is
dinner.
gonna bleed.
I'd have to think of my second favorite, but I can name every single episode of Game of Thrones, like the title and order.
I got one. I got
love
one.
that.
I got
love
one.
that
The handcooked.com wild card. Did everybody watch that?
I didn't watch that
Fuck.
very much.
watched every second.
Did you see? Here's something we might have all watched. Did you see the Celtics put out a video of Jaylen Brown trying to dribble a basketball? What was this? Do you think?
Okay.
I'm trying to like.
I got a lot to say about Jaylen Brown.
I'm trying to figure out why the Celtics would do this, and the only thing I can think is that this is bait. That they purposely did this. That Jaylen Brown actually did practice dribbling with his left hand.
Yeah.
And he purposely is fucking up trying to dribble with his left hand, and it's all just like a con that the Celtics are
But what would be the
running.
benefit to doing that?
Because now all the other teams are going to see that he can't dribble with his left hand still, and then
All right,
when
here
the
it goes.
playoffs come along, he's going to go, watch this. And
Solid.
he's going to flip a switch.
Oh, no. No.
Oh.
So the question I asked the room, if you signed a contract worth $69 million a year, do you have an obligation to learn how to dribble with your left hand? Or at that point, are you just like, fuck it, I got mine. I don't need to get any
Feel
better.
like the other skills you have earned you the $69 million. Again, I don't believe he makes $69 million a year. But I think it earned you that, so you don't have to add skills on top of it.
What do you mean you don't believe he makes $69 million?
There's no chance he makes
You just
$69 million.
don't accept that as
He-
you're just like,
He's not even their best player. Why would he make $69 million a year? He's not even their best player. What's the deal?
The Seinfeld theme is hard to do.
It's very hard.
Why is it so hard? Is that the most iconic theme that no one can replicate? But like, think about that. Like, it's it's one of the most iconic television theme songs, and nobody can do it.
Try to do the Andy Griffith song if you can't whistle. You're whistling.
Yeah, I know, but I can't. I don't know. I'm not a good whistler, but I can. But I don't. What kind of hypothetical is that? Try to do it if you can't do it.
It wasn't a hypothetical. It was you asked which one's the hardest to do.
But you said try to do the Andy Griffith. Like what?
You posited a question. You said what TV show theme is hardest to do if you, and I said I was giving you Andy Griffith. Try to do that. That's actually very easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Dude?
But you asked a question and then were shocked that I answered it.
But you said but that's not. You said try to do it without whistling, and I'm like that's not.
But you said, "Hey,
I don't like this. I gotta get out of this.
I think you did it.
I
think you did it.
I gotta get out of this.
I think you did it.
What's
He can't handle
do,
gruff.
do a TV theme song. Go. Just whatever comes to mind. Go. Do one.
Where everybody knows
Your
your
name.
name.
Yeah.
And they're always glad you came. I think that's the best.
I always get Family Matters and Full House mixed up. Not when I hear
Whatever
them.
happened
but like,
to predictability?
Yeah.
The Milkman, that's Full House.
But when I start singing Full House, somewhere along the line, I shift into Family Matters without even realizing it.
Fuck, hold on. I got to get Family Matters started.
Paperboy.
You're doing Full House. Hold on.
I want to do Full House.
On the newspaper.
There's a million. God
damn it. I got
That's Family Matters.
Full House.
That's Family Matters.
Okay,
isn't
do it again.
Is
this day and age on the newspaper page?
Love and tradition
of the grand design.
Some people think it's hard to define. Whatever happened to predictability?
Milkman, the Paperboy.
Wait, that's what.
Everywhere you look. That's. I think that's Friends.
The Friends.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh man, what a fun show! What else is there to talk about? Let's get silly. Are we silly yet?
I think we've been silly. We watched Mr. Ed slide into home plate.
Oh, is this true? I saw that.
Is this true?
Is this true? I saw that Mississippi State is wearing Islamic State jerseys.
Hold on.
Is this true?
No,
I gotta say, hold on. I gotta say, if this is true, I'm gonna throw a challenge flag on this one.
Not to overreact. I'll punch you in the goddamn throat.
No, for real. Is Mississippi State wearing ISIS jerseys?
We're not wearing ISIS jerseys. I
Well,
think we're
why-
wearing black jerseys. That's not ISIS. Every team in America wears black jerseys. Every team in America.
But why is the graphic ISIS?
Because it's an Ole Miss fan making a joke about our.
No.
We had a couple students join ISIS a few years ago. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Are you telling me that if we took a random 2-student sample of every university in the country, somebody's doing some fucked up shit? Fucked up shit. Your guys got free tattoos. That's much worse than joining ISIS.
This is the graphic that Mississippi. This is from the Mississippi State account.
No,
that they put out? Breaking Mississippi
You're
State.
literally
Mississippi. I'm
talking
gonna read
about
the tweet.
someone
I'm gonna
from
read the
sad
tweet.
Ole Miss simp.
I'm gonna read the tweet.
From
Breaking
sad Ole
Mississippi
Miss
State
simp.
unveils its new alternate uniform for their upcoming matchup this weekend versus Western Michigan. State is honoring their 2 former students. They're honoring them who are currently in prison for attempting to join ISIS in 2016. Dude, that's a weird thing to honor.
I'm gonna kick you in the meniscus. Both meniscuses.
Well, how would Sad Ole Miss Simp get over 700,000 views on that?
Yeah,
tweet
why?
If
why
he's such little of an account, that's gotta be
No,
real.
but
if it's not,
I'm not
Brandon,
even doing
Brandon,
it.
if it's not real, people wouldn't
fucking
circulate it.
I'm
People
not
not circulate it. People would have been like, "This isn't even real." And they would-
I started my Zoloft yesterday. You're not fucking doing this to me. I started my Zoloft because of this show, and you're not doing this to me. Okay.
Did you see the video of? I hate that I've become this guy, but I take a shit every morning before I come into work, and I inevitably pull up Instagram, and then like something will pop into
You
my.
think you're the only guy that?
Well, I do
piece
hate
of
that
shit?
I do hate that I am on it. Every time I log into a social media app, I hate myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm disgusted with myself.
I
But
think the same thing when I log into TikTok, but then titties.
You can see titties on the internet everywhere.
Yeah, but
They're everywhere you look. Everywhere you look. There's some tits. There's some tits.
yeah, but there's curated
Some
titties on
big
TikTok.
mommy milkers everywhere.
Full House, but it's entirely about titties. I'd watch it.
Dude, the Full House reboot was kind
Kind
of
of
all,
became about
kind
titties.
of all about titties.
I mean, when Steph would walk in,
Stuff, yeah.
oh, Steph, not Stiff.
Did they have a live studio audience for that?
I
can't remember.
I
I
think
love
they-
the idea of a reboot where like every time Steph walks in, it's just dude's like,
There's a pole in the middle of the living room. She has to spin around before she talks.
guys on all fours. Just like,
I'm over here banging a table.
oh my god! I went to my high school spring break.
Oh, but huge titties.
We went to Jerry Springer. Me and the aforementioned buddy. Whose dad. Well, if you let me get to the point of the story, the aforementioned buddy whose dad wore the gun holster. We went for.
This guy's a fucking character, by the way.
Yeah, he is. We could. Same dad. One time, I'm over at their house. He gets up and he's like, "I'm gonna go get some beer. If John Walsh calls, tell him I'll be back in a few minutes." And I was like, "The fucking America's Most Wanted guy?" And he's like, "Yeah, I put in a tip." So if John Walsh calls, I was like, "I don't think he's gonna call." Yeah, we went to Jerry Springer. That was the second. I think it was the second set of titties. I'm trying to remember. That was the second time I'd ever seen a woman flash
Live
at an
titties?
event. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was a nice set of titties, and I just like when we were talking about the live studio audience, I took myself back to being 18 years old at Jerry Springer and have that crowd watch the new Full House would have been awesome. Yeah. Have you ever been a live studio audience member anywhere?
No, and I've always wanted to be. When I was in New York, I wanted to go to like. I use the example Conan, even though he wasn't there. But I wanted to go to something, I just never did, and COVID happened. Is that the only time you've ever been in a studio audience?
I went to Kimmel's show a bunch when I was in LA, but that's because we were,
So is that actually a pleasing experience, or is it like watching how the sausage is made kind of sucks?
I remember one time I went to Kimmel's show. Jada Pinkett Smith was on the show, and Will was.
And you made fun of her for being bald the whole time?
Will was like. It's funny looking back because like Will was there and he was just like off to the side, like kind of holding her purse. Like,
oh, that's just
her.
Will Smith over there.
Yeah, he wasn't even in the green room. He was like, yeah, it was like very strange. And then as she got up to leave, Kimmel was like, "Oh, by the way, everybody, Will Smith's here." And then the place went fucking crazy, which is really funny because they didn't really care that Jada Pinkett Smith was the guest. No, I don't know what we should do that. We should go. Are there shows in Chicago anymore? Oprah used to be here.
You're looking at this the wrong way.
What?
Should we have a live studio audience is the question.
Could we do that? Do we have the
3 chairs right there, and they just line them up and they just laugh at everything we say hilariously. Yeah. We put mics right in front of their face so we can really hear their laughter.
Can't we just get canned laughter? Then TJ can push a button when
I think
one of us.
TJ would abuse that.
Yeah.
TJ, would you abuse that? Be honest.
Brandon goes on a rant about his dead dad, and TJ just like pushes he pushes the laughter button. Yeah. Brandon's like, my meth head dad. Oh my God. What else?
I'd like to talk. You got something?
No, I was gonna finish. I never finished my thought, but that's okay. We don't finish thoughts. on the
Jerry
show.
Springer?
No,
Finished that
my
thought,
thought
didn't
from like a million years ago, which was I saw a guy jumped out of a plane and he got tangled up in his parachute, and then it doesn't matter. But then
No, this does matter. I need to know the end of this.
he died. He splatted on the ground, and it was live on camera, and he splatted. It was disgusting. No, he survived, but I think ESPN put it on their Instagram or something. But it made me think. My mind went to David Blaine. My mind went to like, when's the last time we got a David Blaine stunt? And then I was prepared to come into the show and ask you, are you a David Blaine guy?
I'm not a David Blaine guy. I'm not really a magic guy. I'm not an illusion guy.
Is David okay? So I know we don't really do healthy debates on the show. It's another
Sure,
show. If
sure.
you want debates, go.
I think
subscribe to
you
a different
saying
show.
that's going to get us retweeted, though.
Yeah, it might. Is David Blaine at this juncture of his career a magician? What do you think?
What else would he be? Is he just a?
Connor shook his head. No, he seems.
Is he
to
now
agree
a
with me.
star? That what is he? What is he?
That's a good.
He's like an
he's a
He's like an
performer.
endurance guy.
He's like a body.
Didn't he float over Shaq's house, or did Shaq float over
No,
Shaq?
Chris Angel floated Shaq over
Yeah.
his house.
Okay.
While Flavor Flav watched. That's my favorite.
You've seen that, right?
My favorite clip of all time.
No, I'm not.
I'll
You
pull that
haven't
up.
thrown that out
Yeah,
there.
we're
in a
gonna need
while.
to see.
Sometimes I get really drunk and tweet that
Yeah.
out at like 1 a.m. I would say David Blaine is doing like body performance stuff. Like
Yeah.
the swallowed frog thing is like 100-year-old trick that nobody's done because you could die from doing it. And he was like, I could do that probably. Or like the drinking gasoline and spitting it
What
back
was the
up.
one? Was he like he's underwater forever?
Yeah, he did. He broke
He
like
did
the
that
record
one,
for
like,
holding
10
breath.
years ago
he
or
froze himself
something.
in a block of ice.
Is that so? I guess the question is that magic? Or
No,
is that
so
just like a
he's now
dude-
just
that's
turned
just a
into
dude?
to some sort of. Yeah, he's a performance artist.
Yeah,
There goes
This is
Shaq.
here goes Shaq.
dude, that's
Shaq.
Yeah.
that's incredible. How's he doing that?
Probably magic.
Look how still he is.
There he goes.
Do you like magic in general?
I thought he was a pretty good point guard. I think Isaiah's underrated. Did you get that? Did you get it?
TJ, play the
Boo.
play the laugh.
Oh, yeah, okay. We need to look at all these.
Yeah, what are all these? What is Miley Cyrus? That button.
Oh, I know that one. That's not what I expected at all.
Give me.
We need. Can you program your own? We need our own soundboard.
There is a Yak Sounds website.
Give me
somebody did.
audience. Oh, I just want to.
Ooh.
It's in the red down here.
Or,
Second row, all the way to the right.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. All
How
right.
does that differ?
That
from
hold on. Let me try. Let me go to the audience too. I got a good one. Well, maybe you think that because you're a dumb bitch. We're just gonna do this the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Just play.
Pull it
them all.
back up, TJ. I want to look at him some more.
How about a pizza?
How about a pizza?
Okay. That's exactly what it says.
All right.
How does audience blue fourth row audience haha? How's that different from any other audience
I don't
laugh?
know how to stop it.
How about a
Far left on that row,
none better?
I don't know how to stop the button. Far left. Which one?
right here, this one. Oh, that's just a nice polite
It's
laugh.
yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right.
This is fun.
Yeah.
I'm having fun now.
There sure are a lot of just applause, claps, applause. Wow, a lot going on.
Yeah, we should start our own soundboard and have Travis Kelce on it. And then just Coach Sweeney got
Got
that
that
drip.
drip.
Yeah, we just play out of nowhere. Yeah. Anyway, I thought of David Blaine this morning, and I was just
While
like,
you were taking a shit on it.
yeah, well, I was taking a shit on Instagram, and I was just like, I wonder what he's up to. Like, I feel like we as a society are due for like David Blaine being like, folks, I'm going to do it for you. I'm not doing this for me. I'm
I
doing
think
it for
we're
you.
due
I'm
a new
going
magician,
to,
aren't we?
I'm going to immerse myself in my own ball sack and do it above Times Square.
Ooh.
Yeah.
When's the last time we had a new magician?
Yeah. What's the magician?
Dave Blaine, the last new one?
What are the minor leagues looking like?
Or Oz the Mentalist.
Oz the Mentalist. Yeah.
He was on America's Got Talent. I think he's now become like the
He's the
new
guy.
young
He was on the
guy.
Yak.
Yeah, you should know this. Wasn't he on the?
Yeah, but I didn't know if he was popping off like that or if he was just in my universe.
He's popped up.
Also, Colin Cloud was another guy like Oz the Mentalist on America's Got Talent who was very good at like the mentalist stuff.
Piff the Magic
What's-
Dragon.
He's
Piff
funny.
the Magic Dragon.
He's like a magic comedian. Shin Lim was one of the guys that came through
Is
like
Piff-
the Got Talent circuit.
Is Piff like a guy that fucks up tricks?
It's like
I feel like that's. Why do I have like a vision
it's
of
like
like a?
anti-comedy
Yeah.
with magic.
I
Who was
picture.
that comedy magician in the 90s?
I picture a guy
Penn Teller.
who
No.
would like purposely fuck up tricks, and then just when you're like, oh man, that one didn't seem to work, he's like, never mind, gotcha. Actually,
Right,
it
yeah,
did work.
He would downplay
Yeah.
how
He'd
cool
be like,
of a
yeah. Oh well, damn. Is this your card? And they're like, no, it's not your card. And he's like, well, damn. Well, I guess I'm an idiot. And then like your card appears
Yeah,
The
above
Amazing
his head
Jonathan.
or something.
it's
The
comedy
Amazing-
without any of the. Magic. Have you guys ever seen Magic Camp, the documentary? That's something we could do as like a show watch, and we do a recap of.
Oh really?
There's a documentary about like the most famous Magic Camp, and it's
Tommy-
a bunch of like kids going to Magic Camp.
You're
and
very
watching them.
passionate about this.
It's a very, very good.
Tom,
it's
did you
on-
go to
Tommy
Magic
Walker
Camp?
feels like
No.
he would be into magic.
Oh, yeah. yeah.
Is he?
Let's not
Okay,
discuss what Tommy Walker's into. I think weaponry has become involved now. I don't know.
All right, never mind. Sorry.
Yesterday he was shooting a bow and arrow into a crowd.
Sorry, what?
He's passionate about that.
Yeah, he's big knives guy.
What if we watch Golden Buzzers until somebody cries? You guys ever just
What's
got,
Golden Buzzers?
like the America's Got Talent Golden
Oh.
Buzzers? It's always usually like the saddest story you've ever
Oh,
heard, and
yeah.
then someone extremely talented.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I think Brandon would probably be the first one to break. but-
Yeah.
I don't think I'd cry. I've never seen America's Got Talent. I do watch
So-
the Susan Boyle
more reason
audition
to cry.
often.
You've never just gone home and watched like all the Golden Buzzers?
No, I didn't. I wasn't aware of their existence until you just said them.
Oh, it's like the best. It's like in college we would always just come
So
back to the
it's
bar and
it's
throw
it's
them
like we don't actually think you're good, but your whole family did die in a horrific accident.
They are
so
they
we're gonna
are
put you
like
through.
there's a balance. There's like people who are extremely talented, and then there are like really sad stories that are talented, but the story sort of carries them
Gotcha,
through. But
gotcha. Susan Boyle kind of invented The Voice, right? Like the whole concept of that show is because of her. Don't you think?
Did she? She was on.
Don't you think-
Britain's Got Talent? Is that what she
Yeah,
was
but
on?
I'm saying that like whoever created The Voice saw that clip and was like, "Yeah, why do we never let ugly people on stage?
It's a hell of a
we should
point.
do that
Let's-
more often.
Let's have them sing and
Let's have
don't look
sing
at
and
them.
Don't look at him.
Is that? I guess the
On The
Masked Singer
Voice-
came from that too.
Is there ever take back on The Voice? Like, can you hit your? There should be one take back where you like hit your button,
Re-hit your
turn
buzzer,
around, you're
and turn back around.
Yeah, you-
Watching a judge turn back around would be terrible. Oh, now, sorry,
What?
I'm doing the turn back around.
Oh. Yeah. Yikes. You know what's crazy is I don't think anybody could picture it in their head until you showed them.
So watch this.
Until
so,
you showed them.
So first of all, they're facing the other way, and they're excited about the singer.
We need
so
a
that's how
visual.
this looks.
Yeah. For the podcast listeners, Brandon is now turning around in his chair, and then he's going to turn back around. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
You might be onto something, by the way, with Susan Boyle, because that was 2009. The Voice didn't come out until 2011. That probably was.
TJ,
the
go ahead and give me a
inspiration
point for
behind
that.
Ebo,
one.
how come you never
ahead
get
and
my
give me a
back
point.
like this? He didn't. Titus
That was a
wasn't
great
even in
point.
trouble,
Yeah.
yet he still came and helped him.
you should ring the button if you want me to turn your back around.
We need buttons on the show, I think. We should have like
I've
buttons.
long been a button guy.
Like we need something.
Buzzers,
to just,
buttons,
yeah.
bells, anything.
Yeah, I want something. I want something to just exist on the table that we can just like hit every so
That's
often.
why I hit the
just to
table. If I had something to hit, I
What
would hit
if
the
we,
table.
if we had a button, what would it be?
A button?
Here goes Dictionary Brandon. Merriam-Webster says a button is
That was easy.
the,
Has anyone done that?
the Staples button.
Yeah.
I would want the Travis Kelce button that we just hit it, or it would be the Dabo.
The
button.
Dabo button would
The Dabo
work,
button.
yeah.
It's just like at any point during the show.
What was the big three? What's the third one? Oh, the duck.
The duck, but
Yeah.
controversial take. I feel like we might have squeezed everything there is to squeeze out of the duck.
I can tell you, Dabo might go for years.
The duck one is the Austin Reeves of the big three. I think Dabo and
Yeah.
Dabo and Kelsey are AD and LeBron, and I think the duck one is Austin Reeves, which is like it was great for the expectations. It came
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We're all celebrating it, but I don't think this is a
It was like
franchise player.
it was like that guy that finished in the PGA Championship this year.
Yeah,
It was Michael Block.
yeah.
Was that his name?
Not Michael Block. That's the guy from The Big Short. No, that's Michael.
Was it Michael Block? Evo, come on, one time.
I thought you guys were doing a little ping pong there. Yeah, it's Michael Block. Michael Burry is the man who was predicted 15 of the last 1 recessions.
Yeah, that's the Big Short guy. Why would you say that?
I've never seen The Big Short. I put a list together of movies I've never seen the other day so I could watch them, and I started looking on Amazon Prime and all that. And Big Short, I started it the other night, and I got to like the first credit, and I didn't finish. But I'm gonna watch them all. I gotta watch The Usual Suspects and Heat and a lot of movies. And you have to watch things too because apparently you don't watch things.
I was always movies, and I never watched TV shows. Like even though I love Game of Thrones, I was very late on Game of Thrones. So I'll watch The Office.
What's
Breaking Bad, I have to watch.
Season 3, Episode 2 of Game of Thrones called?
Oh, season 3.
You did say that you could name them all in order.
Yeah, I did. I want to believe that is Walk of Punishment, but I'm not. No, Dark Wings, Dark Words. That's what it is.
Dark Wings, Dark Words. Fact check?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Wow.
Wow.
Point
I
for
haven't done it
Connor.
in a while.
Point for Connor, who's
What?
on my team, so point for me for that one. too.
How's he get on the scoreboard now?
How did he did? You just challenged him to name.
Yeah, you did just pass the
Shut
ball
up,
to the
Evo!
other. I'm gonna say, well, no, we're playing 2-on-2 right now, and
We're
you're
not
like
playing
you're bringing the
2-on-2.
ball, you're bringing the ball up the court, and you're like, here, Connor, take it down the other way for
Yeah.
a fast break, and
Yeah.
then you let him get a free layup.
And then we did the LeBron D Wade thing. Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
You
you
did
let him
nothing.
get a break.
You didn't do anything.
No, we're a team. We're a team. We did. No, we did. I cheered him on.
All right, before we get out of here, and we might be 30 minutes from getting out of here. I don't know. You're wearing a Mighty Ducks. Can we just talk about Mighty Ducks 2 and the incredibleness of it all?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in forever, but I remember a lot about it.
So Mighty Ducks
So let's go.
Let's
see where this goes.
is this community league hockey team.
Yep.
With this burned out coach who's gotten in trouble or whatever. His
DUI, right?
his
Going
life hasn't
Bombay.
gone the right way.
Community service. He has
Right,
to,
but he gets
yeah.
his hands on this team of never-do-wells, and they end up winning and doing everything right. And it's a good story. In Mighty Ducks 2, now they're Team USA.
Yeah.
And not only are they Team USA, what they add to the Ducks to be Team USA, in all of our country, the best hockey players are a rodeo guy,
Yep.
a guy who doesn't play hockey but he's good at rodeo.
Yep.
Kenny Woo, who's a figure skater,
Right.
never played hockey.
Russ Tyler, right? Or was he in the first one? Russ Tyler
Russ Tyler was I don't remember. I don't know any of their names. So
he was the kid in L.A., the street hockey guy.
is he
it's Keenan.
Keenan? Yeah.
Keenan,
yeah. They had him, who's played street hockey. He's never been on ice apparently, right?
Was he's the knuckle puck guy?
They had a couple.
Russ Tyler's knuckle puck.
That's him.
Yeah.
They had a couple more women, right? A couple more girls.
Yeah. Julie the cat was.
What was she? Julie the cat. Yeah.
Was she? She's the goalie, but was she on the first one?
Don't
Julie
know.
the cat Gaffney in the first one?
Don't know.
Or I thought she was in the first one.
Anywho, you got
Lester
all that.
Averman was in the first one,
And
right?
now the evil empire of youth hockey, as we all know, is Iceland.
Well, you know that they originally wrote it to be Russia, and then they felt like this is true. This is a true story that they pivoted last second to do Iceland because they felt like it was too on the nose.
But why wouldn't you pivot to like Germany or something else?
Because it's like
Iceland?
it's a kids movie about
There's
hockey.
7
They
people
don't
in
need to do-
Iceland.
They don't. I don't know because it's
But
hockey
it made
and it's
kids
ice.
grow up hating Iceland.
Right.
It made kids grow up hating Iceland. All this the whole generation now they hate Iceland.
Yeah, it is. But Spin Zone. It also taught me at a young age that Iceland is not all ice and Greenland is not. Greenland is actually all ice and Iceland is all green.
Mm-hmm. It's not all green. There's some ice, right?
Well, I mean, fact check. Go watch the movie. That's what they said in the movie. He's Gordon because Gordon Bombay's banging the assistant coach onto Iceland, and she said that, and he was like, Iceland, where the fuck is that? Is that in Asia? And she was like, no, Brandon Walker, you dumb bitch, it's in Europe. And she goes, the funny thing about Iceland is it's actually green and Greenland is ice.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's
And
fucking
so
wild.
I remember that about Iceland, and that actually has made me want to visit Iceland because I was like,
Have you ever visited
If I never
Iceland?
saw D2, I probably would have lived my whole life thinking Iceland was just like an icy hellscape.
I went to Iceland for 2 weeks.
Did you?
Reykjavik.
Yeah, Reykjavik.
I went to Reykjavik. I've never been to Europe or Iceland.
Where's the furthest from home you've been? Here, Chicago.
L.A. L.A. maybe.
Same.
I've only been out of the country once, Bahamas. Honeymoon.
What about everybody else? Who's the most?
I didn't take
well-traveled-
any of them. Why?
Who's the most well-traveled person in the room?
I've never been out of the country. The farthest I went was Oregon for the day that we went last week. But
That
before
doesn't-
that,
Really? That was
I had never been on the West
that
Coast.
was the furthest excursion you ever.
Chicago was the farthest I had ever been, leading up to Roof Ball in Oregon.
Oh my god.
Debo, you look like somebody's not allowed out of the country.
Yeah. Well, I've been to New Orleans. I think that's like a bit of like French culture, so I count that
You've
as
been to
my
France.
That's
Okay.
my
I've
been to
that's my
France.
that's my French.
I've been to France as well. Then.
Yeah, and then I've been to Canada, so I've also been to France twice actually, and then the Bahamas for like college party cruise.
All right.
Oh, there you go.
Good stuff.
You don't have a passport, do you?
No.
Me neither.
I don't have one either yet.
All right. So at
We did talk about
at 30,000 subscribers, the boys are getting passports.
This restaurant tonight's not in Spain, is it?
I was gonna say, we're taking.
We should take Brandon to like Siegel Center, right? Get him a European trip.
Yeah, dude. Why don't? We should do that as a spin-off for the show. It's like we go to Europe.
Mostly sports EU.
Goes to Europe?
Like a special. I guess not a spin-off. It's
Oh,
special.
like when Say by the Bell went to Hawaii.
Yeah, we went to Hawaii. It's
when
like
friends went to Europe.
when friends. Yeah, we go to Europe and we do a whole week of shows from Paris.
Guess
and
we're
like,
going to Paris.
And what's the occasion? Nothing. Literally nothing. And we're just like recording in Paris.
I think when Penn was in charge, we could have done that.
The mostly sports boys are in Paris this week. I actually don't hate this idea. I'm going to look into how much this would cost. I might finance this myself.
Are you getting addicted to buying things for this
No,
show?
I'm getting addicted
You're
to
like Big Cat.
If it's for the bid, it's funny. I think that's a funny idea. That I wouldn't think it's so funny after the bill comes due.
Yeah.
And I just spent like $15,000 on all of us. It probably costs more than that.
I would think so. 5 people, and then Cody would obviously get in.
Cody
try to
would
get
be
in.
like, yeah, how do I get in?
Mostly sports in France, or in French. It reads surtout du sport. So if you wanted to call it that.
All right. Well, now I know maybe you were about to close it, but I'm going to need mostly
We
sports.
don't need to close it.
I'm going to need mostly sports in several different languages. Go ahead and read me mostly sports in Russian, please.
Okay.
Surtout du sport.
Surtout du sport.
I can't do this one.
Oh no.
How do you?
All right, do it in German.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
В основном спорт.
Sport.
В основном спорт.
Yeah, I don't know how that reads.
Do it German.
Hauptsächlich Sport.
Hauptsächlich Sport.
Okay.
You weren't even close.
I thought it was all right.
Sport doesn't seem to be a
Yeah,
word.
sport is just sport.
All right.
Mostly.
主要是运动。
Yundong. Okay.
What foreign country are we biggest in? Probably.
I think we're big in Laos.
Yeah.
I think we're huge in Laos.
Probably not China. We've
No,
shit on China.
Uh,
Or maybe we are big in China.
we don't know. Well, how would we know?
Maybe us shitting on China, like the citizens of China.
I never have. I would never shit on the good people of China or the People's Republic of China. You might have. When you accuse
excuse
them,
me, what'd you just
you
say?
accused China of some backhanded politics, getting rid of the Pac-12. That was you. That was all you. It was not us.
You like China?
Huh?
You're pro-China?
I'm pro anybody who might take over eventually.
Would you like to go to Taiwan or Taipei, Brandon?
Huh?
Chinese Taipei or Taiwan? Where would you like to go?
Well, it's a sketchy area. It's a gray area. Depends on who's in the room with me.
Do you recognize Taiwan's independence?
Careful.
Would you guys like to? Would you guys be interested in rebranding the show to Guffin with the Boys?
Guffin with the boys. Yeah, there we go.
There's our countries.
Maybe we'll get promoted at this company if we do that.
Or huge. Where? Ireland?
There it is. India.
Dude, India. We're big in India. Big being 796 views.
That has to be all in shorts.
Yeah.
I would have to guess. But
Yeah. They all wear
They
wear
wear
shorts.
shorts in India. They don't
Yeah.
wear pants.
Just all right, I'll take that. We're big in Chicago.
So that's just
Let's
us.
fucking Go. Yeah, it's just me refreshing the feed over and over.
Philly, L.A., Denver.
Yeah,
Atlanta.
these are all cities. in
These are all
America.
just cities,
it's
yeah.
the cities.
Makes sense.
By the way, 40% of our viewers aren't subscribed. Hit the subscribe button now.
Hit the fucking subscribe
Wait,
button.
what? 40% of the people that watch this don't subscribe.
Can you do the what again?
Yeah, is there a button for that? South Park.
Huh?
46% not subscribed.
Dude, what? Cowards.
Please subscribe. That's what I say.
Well,
Please.
Please.
I'm having fun. Is there anything else to talk about? I don't want to end the show. This
You
is
see
fun,
AJ
but also
Brown's
we can-
tweet last night
What did what did he tweet?
about the Phillies?
I love playing a game like this. The crowd is on fire. You know, he was a. They thought he was going to be a first-round pick in high school in baseball.
Yeah, he got drafted by the Padres, but he's played in.
Where
front
does AJ Brown?
Oh, that's true. He played
where
in
does
fucking
play-
playoffs last year.
Where does
in
he
the
play
Super
now?
Bowl.
Where does he play?
of Eagles.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wow.
So Philly, bad sports town.
I guess you guys.
That's
No.
completely different. Completely different sports.
Oh, so you guys don't support your NFL team? You're not loud for them?
We're very loud for the
Is it
NFL team.
Is
It
it 'cause
seems
the
like you're not
baseball
loud.
team's made up mostly of white guys?
No.
Is that what it is?
Red October is a completely
So
different.
the Eagles play in October.
Yeah, but it's not Red October. You just don't get it.
What, they don't
It's
get
a
their own month?
different- No, I mean, when we get to the playoffs, that's their month.
Wow.
But I'm saying a baseball atmosphere is completely different than a football. Both can be
I
great.
feel bad for Jalen Hurts. That's who I
Yeah.
feel bad for.
Both
what I
can
feel
be
bad for.
great, but that atmosphere last night was sensational.
Jalen, if you're watching, I do support you. I love how you're playing football.
I hope free agency comes quickly
Yeah.
and you're able to get out of there and you're able to go somewhere that appreciates your talent.
I agree.
Go somewhere with a bad baseball team and where they focus on their football team.
Right.
Well,
Right.
That's the beauty of Philly is that we love all our teams.
Do you think you're unique in that?
No, I'm just saying, like some sports cities care about some teams more than others, way more than others, and for the most part, we kind of spread the love, brotherly love.
I think
throughout
every
all.
city does that.
I don't know about that, dude. I don't know. I think there are a lot of cities
In
who say
New York, they love the Mets and Yankees. They love the Jets and Giants. They get frustrated by them. They love the Knicks and they when the Knicks win 3 in a row, the Garden is fucking jumping immediately.
I would say the Knicks probably are the team where I felt the most.
They
of
love
a
the
pulse.
Rangers, the Islanders. They love them.
I guess maybe because there's so much other stuff going on in New York, it gets a little bit like diluted. But just being around that city, I don't know. I never really
Just
got
feel like
the
you're-
sense that it's a Boston or a Chicago or a Philly.
You're bragging about liking your teams.
I'm not bragging about it. I'm saying fact.
Titus,
I don't know.
you check
My
out quickly.
brain.
on
Yeah, my
conversations.
brain. This is
We
is
usually
dumb.
have about a 30-second
This
window where we can get Titus
I was
in.
hoping we would be silly today. This is dumb. This is not silly.
Let me just another question since you were on the West Coast.
Right.
LA.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on in LA. Did you get the sense, even though that there are a lot of sports teams in LA,
They
that
care about the Lakers and Dodgers for sure.
Okay.
The Dodgers fan. You wear the wrong colors to a Dodgers game, you will get your ass beat.
Okay.
In the upper deck of a Dodger Stadium for sure. And LA cares about the Lakers, but it's just like every other city. Cities care about winners.
Correct.
That's really it.
Yeah.
So like the Philly's hot right now.
Boston did not
Do you-
care about the Patriots until 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah. So like it's we're all at our core. This isn't even an anti-Philly thing. It's anti-sports fans. We're all at our core fair weather fans.
And your teams are, for the most part, winners right now, outside the Flyers.
this is the best time.
I mean, the
to
Flyers
ever be a
certainly
Philly
aren't
sports
getting this
fan right now.
atmosphere right now.
It's true.
like Houston would tell you that our support of the Astros is unlike anything you'll find in baseball. And I would say, like, let's go back to when the Astros were ass. And what was the support like then? And it's like whenever you start winning a lot, then people show up and then it is fucking bonkers. And I think right now Philly's hot. I wish the Eagles, they care more about them. They don't seem to, according to A.J. Brown.
I feel
which is a
bad for
bummer.
A.J. Brown.
I feel bad for A.J. Brown. But yeah, the Phillies fans are showing out for the Phillies. But,
And it does, again, it has to be
It's because they went to the World Series last year. They
has to
won
be
the pennant.
noted that the Phillies have many more. The percentage of white guys on the Phillies is, I'm just asking questions. That's all. It's not a big deal.
Ironically enough, if the Eagles were to be the worst team in Philadelphia, they would still draw the biggest crowd.
Well, yes, because their stadium holds.
No. But I'm saying in terms of if you want to do it proportionally, like they would still have.
What's the vibe like with the Sixers this year?
I mean,
With the fan base, I mean, not with the franchise, with the fan base.
we recognize that we're a dumpster fire, but we're still going to be,
Still going to try.
myself included, we're still going to be delusional and we're still going to talk ourselves into a championship.
You think the Sixers crowds are going to be lit? Am I using that correctly this year?
Good.
I don't know. Sixers crowds have always been, we show out, but it's never been like that crazy.
That's cap, bro. Did you see that? See how I use that word? That's cap, bro. Cap.
You were really sizing that one up.
I was.
You were waiting for the opportunity.
I called my shot on that one. I was going for it. TJ, can I get? Maybe I'm out ahead of my skis and I shouldn't be asking for this. Can I go ahead and get Dabo for the day? I'd just like to see Dabo.
Yeah, let's do Dabo and get out of here.
We don't have to get out of here.
We can get out of
chill,
here.
be silly.
I mean, we can get out of here.
You guys somewhere to be?
Hickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock.
Coach Sweeney's got that drip, and now he's on TikTok.
It really never gets old.
All right.
I wonder how the audience feels about it, but I truly it will never get old.
Run it back.
It is funny.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Coach Sweeney's got that drip, and now he's on TikTok.
Now, I'd like to ask, when they decided they were going to do this, how long did they sit there and brainstorm the Hickory Dickory Dock part?
I think it was TikTok. I think it was like something rhyme with
It
TikTok.
has to rhyme, okay.
But what else? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to answer that question.
You just want it to exist the way it exists right now.
I just wanted to see. He's doing the. I would like to see it cut up with the Andrew Dice Clay Hickory Dickory Dock. Like I'd like to see a sequel from Dabo.
Maybe him
Doing
and Dice Clay together.
Yeah.
Is Dice Clay alive? I feel
That's
like
he is, right? He was on
He was in A Star
he was
is
on
Born.
Entourage a bunch, right? Was it Entourage
Yeah.
that he was on all the time?
One day I just do.
Let me
kinda-
guess. You haven't seen Entourage.
I've seen Entourage.
Okay.
One day I do want to just do is this guy alive, because I need to clear up a lot of this.
Let's do it now. Let's end the show with that.
Dice Clay, I think alive. I vote alive.
He's alive. He's very much alive.
Is he alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Damar Hamlin. You go, Brandon.
Undetermined.
Depends on who you believe.
Did you see Cody's got the DeMar Hamlin on for Jersey Day?
Cody Ward.
Yeah, he's here for Jersey
Is
Day.
William the Refrigerator Perry still kicking?
I'm gonna go no.
I think he is. He's fat, yet still alive, I think. William the Refrigerator Perry. Do we lose him?
Who's the
Alive.
Okay, so now I want to pivot away from this and say who's the oldest fat man still living? It might be.
It sucks because some people, when they get older, just lose all that weight. Like John Goodman's, he lost all his weight.
He did kind of lose all of his weight, yeah.
Yeah. So can
not
he
really
be an
a
old fat guy?
Fat man.
To be old, he had to lose the fat. Who's the oldest fat guy?
Louis, who was the Family Feud guy? Louis,
He's dead.
He's dead?
Louis Anderson's dead.
Louis Anderson's dead?
I'm almost certain Louis Anderson's dead.
No, is Louis Anderson dead?
Louis Anderson's dead.
When did he die?
Not
the
long
past?
after. He might have died while he was hosting Family Feud.
Died 2022.
So that was
last year?
recent.
Okay,
yeah, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
recent. Yeah, I just must have missed it.
So Family Feud doesn't have a great history of living hosts. Richard Dawson, dead. Ray Combs, dead. Ray Combs killed himself. Louis Anderson killed himself slowly with butter and sugar and fat. And then Richard Karn's still alive. And thank God we still have Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey's still alive. But Steve Harvey, I mean, Steve Harvey,
No, tell me exactly what you
like,
think about Steve Harvey.
like the Steve Harvey era of Family Feud, they got some good moments out of it, and then it just became very manufactured.
So
Where
it
it's
does
like,
exist for social media clips.
like they would ask, they'd be like, we surveyed 100 people, name something you want your wife to put in her mouth.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, penis? And then Steve Harvey's like, well, goddamn. You know.
But Q Pine is very funny.
But originally, it was very funny when people would say stuff, and then Steve Harvey would react. But I think it's like artificially manufactured now. That was my Steve Harvey Family Feud take.
But I think they've always done sexual innuendo on Family Feud. Richard Dawson did it.
Richard Dawson just fucked chicks on Family Feud.
He would just reach his hand up their titties.
Richard Dawson. Do the young guys in the room, are you aware of Richard Dawson?
He would.
Never heard the name.
So he would.
Oh my
he was the
God.
first host of
You have
Family
homework.
Feud.
He would just walk
When
up
he,
and
like, kiss
kiss,
every-
Just kiss
all
all
the
the
mouths.
contestants.
And kiss
Yeah.
the fuck out of
The
them.
mom, the
In
daughter.
front of their husbands.
Yeah.
Can I get some Richard Dawson kissing? He would just walk up and just kiss him.
There's a network. My mom watches Game Show Network, and then there's another one that's older Game Show Network
Yeah.
that will just show the Richard Dawson Family Feuds, and he just like goes up and
My
he kisses
favorite
them.
Family Feud clip of all time is Turkey. You know what I'm talking about? I think that they were doing Fast Money, and the guy just kept answering Turkey. Look at him kissing everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in.
She
Oh,
was-
my gosh.
Whoa.
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 This is outrageous.
We used to live in a country.
We used to live in a proper.
Is that a
Whoa,
kid?
what a kid.
There's a
There's
little
in there.
baby mixed in.
You can tell when he's into
Oh
it when
my
he's
God.
not. Oh, he was.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Aren't their
Why are they kissing there?
Aren't
This
their
is in
husbands
front
like
of-
right there?
Yeah, their
Right
husbands
there.
are right there.
It's called
Yeah.
Family Feud. Wow.
Wow.
All right. Okay.
Dudes used to rock.
Oh, hey. This
Yo,
one ain't
cut it
over.
out, dude.
Hell no.
They fucked in the dressing room, right?
I will say he doesn't discriminate. Old,
No,
young,
he doesn't
black,
care.
white.
He
Like
doesn't
he is
care.
kind of. I'll kiss anybody.
I think there's an avenue for this at Barstool. Be the kissing guy at Barstool. Just start kissing everybody. Come on the Yak today and kiss everybody.
Mostly kisses.
Where's my kiss?
Where my kiss at?
Richard Dawson's dead?
Yeah,
He's dead.
very,
He's very
very,
dead.
very
How did he die, do we think?
I think he's just from kissing disease. Just
Mono.
kissed too much.
His penis
Mononucleosis.
exploded with chlamydia. Or whatever.
They clapped him too hard.
He needed someone to clap him, and he couldn't find it. He ran out to the forest, and he's like,
He died in the forest
I
alone.
thought there'd be a doctor here to clap my dick, and
He kissed a squirrel.
All right, we're going to dinner tonight. Is there any? Are we making content out of this? I don't really know. I'm on the fence.
I think it depends on the vibe of the restaurant. If it's like clear that this is not a phones out place,
Yeah,
we
Nikki
won't
smokes.
disrespect them.
Nikki smokes.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Will
Yeah.
come at our neck if we pull out a phone at a.
Here's what I'm not going to fucking do.
Make content.
I'm going to go eat this food, but I am not going to show it to you.
I mean, if it isn't cash only,
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
we'll be able to
yeah,
pull
we
out
can
the
pull
phone.
out our phone.
Why did he think cash only meant no phones?
Cash only just means they want to commit tax fraud. That's what cash only establishments are like. We just don't want this on the books, and if we swipe your credit card, then the government can track.
I got to be honest. If we're in 2023 and you're not able to take my card, I just probably am not going to eat at your restaurant.
Yeah,
Because I don't want to carry cash.
I don't want to carry cash either. All right, I think that
All right.
might be the show. See you
Good
guys
stuff.
tomorrow.
that's how ball is done.